Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, have you ever been psyched out in a match just because the other guy had a big serve, was a lefty, or anything that, they were just that good? Stay tuned. All right, guys, so we've all kind of been there on the court, had a match in which, the guy is either that good, that unorthodox, in some cases that old, but knows how to beat you, as it's been done to me. So we're going to talk about our experiences with people that just kind of know what they're doing, and we have no answers, right? So I got Coach Rob here with me now, and we're going to talk about experiences that, we actually had no answers for in our opponents. So Coach Rob, talk to me.
So you want me to relive some painful memories, it sounds like. I appreciate that.
That is correct, and I will share my own.
Okay, we can rub some salt in each other's wounds here.
There you go.
So one match that comes back to mind was in college. I lost 6-0, 6-0. So you'd right off the bat, you think I got crushed. And actually, I lost 12 deuce points, which is really hard to do. We got to deuce every game. By about midway through the second set, we almost just said, I think even on one of the changeovers, I said, do you just want to play it at deuce? Because I'm killing myself to get to deuce. And then he would find a way. Every time, I just could not win the last point. And it was painful. And I've relived the story. And anytime, someone goes, oh, I lost 6-0, 6-0, I got crushed. I'm like, I lost 6-0, 6-0. But I was really close. I could have won 6-0, 6-0. I could have lost, 7-5 or something. It could have been it was such a different match than the score indicated.
Did they play, was it an ad scoring?
No, it was no ad scoring. We were in college. So it was no ad, deuce, that was it, last point. And every time, sure enough, a couple let courts went against me, a couple, I think I missed a couple open courts with my forehand. I missed a passing shot, made it hit a lob long. It's just, you name it. I found a way to lose 12 deuce points.
So I've lost the 6-0, 6-0 the opposite way.
Well, I've lost that too. But I was really going to go into that archive of pain.
No, but this is embarrassing though. So I've done it many times, right? I've lost many times. This was against I feel like he was maybe I'm exaggerating, but I feel like he was 88 years old.
Well, the older we get, the better we work. So.
Right, exactly. But this guy was a great 88-year-old guy. I was literally just at the park waiting for my buddy, and he was waiting for his buddy. And I guess we were pretty early, and I was just sitting there, and he's like, hey, you want to hit? And I'm like, sure. So we warmed up a little bit. He's like, why don't you play a set with me until our buddies get here? I'm like, sure. Okay.
Did you put any money on this match?
No, I would have lost my shorts.
Good.
So, you've seen this. I didn't know this back then because I was young and stupid and naive. Serve. He cuts it. So it's a drop shot. Off the bat, I rush in. I get it back.
Let me guess.
Over my
Next
head.
one over your head.
Right?
Ooh.
I get it back. Drop shot. I rush in. Over my head. Literally for half an hour. That's exactly what happened. I literally ran out of gas.
After which
drop shot? I could only do that like 4 times a game. You know, and I was like, dude, what the hell, man? It's like, yeah, like literally 6-0. But I mean, by the time it was like, I don't remember winning a point. That's all. I mean, literally, he had a big racket, so, and he had good control. All he had to do was just this or this, this or this. You know, once in a while he'll do this, in which he'll just drop. The dude did not miss. So
it was nice of you to hit the ball right to him so he could do that to you.
I tried to move him, but he was already standing there before I got there. He knew exactly what I was doing. So I was like, man. I even tried to drop shot him.
That was smart.
Right? He took 2 steps in and just like popped it over my head. Or popped another drop shot in. I'm like, I mean, literally no answers. No answers. So that, I mean, we've all experienced that. I mean, that's just experience. That's just literally experience. He made do with what he had, you know, to beat who he thought he could beat. I mean, obviously, if I was in shape and I hit the ball hard and kept it in, I mean, obviously I'd win. But obviously I was young and, you know, I wasn't experienced. So, yeah. And that's just it. I just didn't know what to do at that point. I know how to do now, but it only took me, you know, 30 some years. So.
Well, and that makes another good point about learning. And that's why sometimes you have good juniors play some old, you know, men's drop-in, men's doubles with these older crafty guys and see what you learn from playing against them, because they know all the tricks in the book.
Oh,
and you will learn a lot by getting some on-court experience.
I bet you if you play either league or high school tennis, that if you played like that guy, you would have a winning record. I guarantee you. It's just crafty. It's just smart. Right? It ain't pretty, but the results you'll probably get.
You know anybody who wrote a book about winning ugly? Think about that.
Yeah. Guys, have you read that? There's a lot of that in there. All right, guys. I want to thank my man, Coach Rob, for hanging out with me today and sharing our, his stories and commiserating with me. Guys, tell me your stories if you want in the comments. We would love to read it.
You can join us for a cold one after.
There you go.
While we drown our sorrows.
We'll have a cold one reading your stories. So our cold brew is sponsored by A-Peak Tennis. To get the most out of your tennis mental fitness, check them out. They can definitely improve your mental toughness on the court. So they're at apeaktennis.com. Get a 7-day free trial. All right. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.